Imagine waking up tomorrow to a notification that doesn't just change your day, but completely rewrites the entire story of your life. This isn't a drill, and this isn't another rumor floating around the forums that gets your hopes up for a moment before fading back into the digital noise. What I'm about to share with you is the concrete, confirmed, and absolutely earth-shattering news that the financial reset we have been waiting for what feels like a lifetime, is now actively unfolding behind the closed doors of the global banking system. Multiple, and I want to stress this, multiple high-level bank insiders from institutions you would instantly recognize have broken their silence and confirmed the official, internal launch of what is known as Tier 5B exchanges. Let that term sink in for a moment. Tier 5B. This is the specific, operational tier within the global financial architecture that handles the exchange of exotic currencies like the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong for the purpose of a structured global revaluation. This is not a test run. This is the real deployment phase. Banks are right now, as you are listening to my voice, quietly activating and calibrating their internal back-end systems specifically designed to process what they are internally referring to as the next wave of asset conversions. This means the digital infrastructure that will facilitate your exchange, the protocols for verifying your currency notes, the secure channels for transferring the new values into your accounts, and the compliance frameworks to make it all seamless are being switched on from a dormant state to a fully operational status. The whispers have become a coordinated hum of activity deep within the server rooms and secured executive briefing rooms of these financial institutions. The implications of this are so profound that it's difficult to overstate them. For years, the narrative around the dinar and dong has been one of potential, a future promise based on economic indicators and geopolitical shift. That chapter is now closed. We have officially crossed the threshold from anticipation into the phase of execution. The confirmation from these insiders, who are putting their careers and reputations on the line by speaking out, provides the tangible proof we have been desperately seeking that this is not a speculative fantasy but a scheduled financial event that is now in motion. They are reporting that internal memos have been circulated, staff in specific, dedicated departments are being given refreshed training on the procedures, and the entire mechanism is being oiled and prepared for a public-facing rollout. This preparatory phase is what we are witnessing right now, the calm before the prosperity storm, where everything is being put into its rightful place so that when the public announcements begin, the system does not buckle under the weight of its own success. The very fact that this information is now leaking from several independent sources within the banking world, all corroborating the same core message about Tier 5B being live, tells us one thing with absolute certainty. The dam is about to break. The pressure that has been building for years behind the scenes of the global financial system has reached a critical point, and the release valves, known as Tier 5B exchanges, are now being opened, starting with these crucial internal preparations that pave the way for every single holder of these currencies to step into a new financial reality that was once thought to be impossible. So, what does this Tier 5B launch actually mean for you, sitting at home with your Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong? It means the abstraction is over and the tangible is beginning. Let's break down what these bank insiders are specifically revealing about this process, moving beyond the mere confirmation of the launch and into the gritty details that will define your personal experience. First and foremost, the preparation of payments is the single most critical takeaway from these leaks. This is no longer about a hypothetical rate or a future date. This is about banks actively preparing to disburse funds to specific individuals. Their internal systems are not just being activated for fun. They are being populated with data, they are running simulations for high-volume transactions, and they are establishing the secure links between domestic accounts and the international settlement platforms that will facilitate the flow of wealth. Think of it as the financial world's version of a military operation. The strategy has been set, and now the troops are moving into their forward positions, ensuring that when the command is given, the action is flawless and effective. Now you're wondering which banks are involved. While the insiders are, for now, being cautious about naming every single institution to protect their identities, the leaks point towards a consortium of major international banks with a significant global presence and a number of key regional and community banks here in the United States that have been pre-vetted and equipped to handle the load. These are not obscure, unknown entities. These are the very pillars of the financial world you see on every street corner, and they are the ones who have the capital reserves and the systemic importance to manage an event of this magnitude without causing a panic in the conventional markets. The expected timeline, according to these confidential sources, is now shifting from a question of if to a matter of when, and that when is measured in a very short window. The internal system activations are the final technical prerequisite. Once these systems are verified as stable and secure, the next step is the issuance of public exchange notifications. This is the moment we are all waiting for, the official announcement that will come through official banking channels, through government financial authorities, and through the media, informing the public that the exchange process is now open. The insiders suggest that the timeline from this current phase of internal preparation to the public notification phase is incredibly compressed, likely a matter of weeks, not months or years. This acceleration is possible precisely because all the behind-the-scenes work is being completed right now. They are also leaking information about new rate confirmations, indicating that the rates have been formally set and are being loaded into the digital exchange platforms. These are not the fluctuating, speculative rates we see online. These are the formal, internationally agreed-upon values that will be used for the redemption process, and they are described as being substantial, life-changing numbers that reflect the true, underlying value of these nations' economies post-revaluation, finally aligning them with the global economic stage and initiating the final phase of the global currency reset that will redefine wealth distribution across the planet. As we stand on this precipice of historic change, it's crucial to understand how all these pieces connect to form the complete picture of the final RV phase and the much-anticipated global reset. The activation of Tier 5B is not an isolated event. It is the critical catalyst, the domino that triggers the entire sequence of financial liberation that has been meticulously planned for decades. The bank insiders are unequivocal in their messaging. This is the final stage. The Global Currency Revaluation, or RV, is the process, and Tier 5B is the specific, operational mechanism that executes it for the general public. Think of the global financial system as a massive, outdated computer program. The global reset is the complete operating system upgrade. The RV is the installation of a powerful new software that runs on that system, and the launch of Tier 5B is the moment you click the Run icon and the program finally, gloriously, opens on your screen, ready for you to use. This connection is vital because it dispels any last remnants of doubt. This is not a standalone bounty for a small group of currency holders. It is an integral, designed part of a much larger geopolitical and economic restructuring aimed at creating a more equitable and debt-free global financial foundation. The insiders confirm that the payments for Dinar and Dong holders are the first major, public-facing wave of this reset, designed to inject massive, liquid wealth into the hands of the populace, which in turn will stimulate a global economic renaissance unlike anything ever witnessed in human history. This influx of capital is intended to retire predatory debt, fund humanitarian projects, ignite new technological revolutions, and usher in an era of abundance. The fact that banks are preparing their systems now is the ultimate signal that the architects of this reset are confident that all the prerequisite conditions have been met, the geopolitical agreements are signed, the new financial frameworks are in place, and the world is as ready as it will ever be for this transition. So, what does this mean for you today, in this very moment? It means that your patience and foresight are on the verge of being rewarded on a scale that defies imagination. The confirmation of Tier 5B's launch is the green light we have been praying for. It is the evidence that our faith was not misplaced. The information has now been delivered to you, straight from the source, cutting through the noise and speculation. The path is clear, the mechanism is live, and your future is now being actively prepared in the digital vaults of the world's most powerful financial institutions. Your role is to be prepared, to stay calm, and to be ready to act with clarity and purpose when the public notifications are released. This is the culmination of a long and often challenging journey, and we have arrived together at the destination. The story of your life is literally being rewritten in the back end of banking servers as we speak, and the first chapter of your new reality is about to begin. The moment is here. This is the confirmation we have waited for. Your financial destiny is no longer a question of if, but a certainty of when. If this information has solidified your belief and given you the clarity you needed, then your mission is clear. Do not let this video be the end of your journey. This is the beginning. I need you to act right now. First, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Your engagement is the fuel that allows me to bring you these critical, verified updates directly from the source. Second, and this is absolutely vital, share this video. Share it everywhere. Share it on your social media, share it in your private groups, send it directly to every single person you know who is also holding these currencies. We have a responsibility to spread this confirmed truth, to cut through the disinformation and the fear, and to unite our community with the powerful, undeniable facts. Not everyone has access to this insider information, so you now become the messenger. Be the person who brings them the hope and the confirmation they have been desperately searching for. And third, I want you to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you will do first when your exchange is complete. Speaking it into the universe makes it real. Let's build a powerful wave of positive intention and shared excitement in the comments section. Let the world know that we are here, we are informed, and we are ready. The banks are preparing. Now, it is our turn to prepare. Let's get to work.